Saint Agustine Beach. Downtown. No, it's actually we're on the beach. Margarita, how was your day?
Good.
What did you do?
I went to the beach.
Lots of what?
Swimming.
And you're hungry.
I'm tired. All the students come to class.
Oh. You see?
That is so loud. That is like... Oh my god, they had a wishing well after school? Oh my god, that is an actual wishing well. Come here.
Yeah.
I never saw one of these. They actually used it for water?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's so cool. Let's go into school.
That's how they call the students to class. With this bell.
Papa, come on.
That's pretty awesome. And then we have the kitchen. This is the oldest school that's left in America. And that's how the kitchen looks like. And that's pretty awesome too. Wow. So they had some kind of pipe. I guess that was modified. Oh no, they're just a sprinkler system. That's new, just in case fire starts. That wasn't back in the days.
The kitchen was not used for a cafeteria.
What does it say?
It says, this kitchen was not used for a cafeteria. As in our modern schools, the teachers who taught at the oldest school did their own cooking in this building. The students brought their own lunches.
Oh.
Southern kitchens were often built as separate buildings to share the main house and access use. Also, she's the kitchen, patrons, fire, the rest of the house may be safe. Please notice the remains of within was original doors. This was the original house.
That is so cool.
All this stuff, all that thing that they said, like all this pottery and everything, it was original. Like that table, this is all from the 1800s.
No, I don't think the table.
Not
Pottery.
the table, but the chair. Papa, look, there's a like little chip on the squirrel.
Uh-huh.
That's so cute. It's just like looking around for real food. Let's go inside.
Oldest wooden school. Uneven floors. So you gotta watch out. Let's see. What's here?
Look, and they have it.
Smells so nice. What do you think?
This is cool.
Look at the mirror.
I know, and
Oh,
look.
they actually, no, they had the little crib for kids too?
Yeah.
The little wheelies? I don't think they
Papa, look. Look, that's the writing pen, and they actually have pictures of when they used it. It's so cool. Let's go in further. That's probably the principal.
You think so? And the
Yeah.
president.
Come on.
Well, well, good to see you. Welcome to the old school and to the mid-1800s. I say that because this is how the nation's oldest wooden schoolhouse looked at that time, and our clothing is of that period.
We was dressed this way in 1931 by graduates of the class of 1864 during the class reunion.
That's right, Johnny. They also decorated this little school the way they remembered it when they were here. As a matter of fact, on the back wall, there are some photographs of the class taken at that reunion and the class roll. The school itself was built sometime before 1763.
During the first Spanish period.
Very good, Johnny. The school is built of cypress and cedar with handmade nails and wooden pegs. This is the oldest wooden structure in Saint Augustine, and it has never been reconstructed.
The first pupils were Menorcan. They came here to learn English. Now we learn arithmetic and other stuff as well as reading and writing.
Some boys and girls learn their arithmetic, Johnny. Johnny did not do his homework. He hasn't learned his 6 times multiplication table, and that's why he's wearing the dunce cap.
But Professor, I had to chop wood last night to bring to school.
I see.
It costs 12.5 cents a day for us to get our learning. If our parents don't have money, we bring wood for the fire or food for the professor and his family.
And what do we call that kind of arrangement, Johnny?
Barter system?
That's correct. Well, you do know your economics. However, you'll wear that dunce cap until you learn your 6 times table.
Boy, at this school taught fishing, I'd make an A easy.
Young man, this is no laughing matter. Hold your tongue or you know where you'll go.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sometimes the children are unruly in class. Then they must spend time under the stairway there until they decide to behave. We call it the dungeon. The stairs themselves are too old and narrow to allow visitors to go up safely, but there is a mirror so you can see how my wife and I live. While I strive to educate the children, my wife keeps busy with her duties upstairs in our living quarters or in the kitchen outside. She also takes care of the garden, which we hope you will visit. Well, you can now consider yourselves graduates of the old schoolhouse. Be sure to pick up your diploma as you leave.
Can I get a diploma too, Professor?
Well, I think you have a few years of school left, Johnny, but perhaps you can move up to work with the older, more advanced students soon and have your own quill pen.
Wow!
Thank you for coming to visit. Don't forget your diploma and enjoy your stay in the nation's oldest city.
Bye!
That's cool. Papa, look. That's how the profession look. They put a mirror there. Because the stairs aren't stable now. Can you imagine? They just put those people in a little...
What, the dungeon?
Yeah.
Is that the dungeon?
Yeah. Can you imagine? They just put people in like a small little box. To exit through that place.
August, what do you think?
I think that this is so cool. Like, come on, if my school was decorated like this, and actually had chairs to sit on during like recess and stuff, I'd like blow off. Like this year.
But how about doing working for your school, paying 15 cents a day, and if you don't have money, you would have to cut wood. Would you like that?
Or give food, but like, I mean, you have to learn your timetable, your division, your reading, writing, and math. That's all you have to learn, but in one night.
But don't you think it was much harder for kids than it is now?
Yeah.
It was, right?
Because 15 cents was a lot back then.
A lot of money.
Yeah, you could literally buy yourself like a lot of ice cream, a lot of ice cream, and like a carriage ride through the city.
How about the dungeon? If you don't study, they put you in a dungeon. Is that a fun thing?
If you don't study, they put on that hat thing, the dunge hat.
Yeah, but they also put you in a dungeon.
Yeah, that's if you're bad.
But they don't do that now. What do they do now?
I don't know. Write a note in your notebook.
That's not that bad. It's not as bad as sitting in a little that black room all day, all night, no?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
That was a pretty interesting experience we had today. We visited this amazing wooden school, the oldest in America. And it's here in Alachua. Beautiful backyard they had. I'm not sure if they had the tables. I really don't think so. The wife of the teacher would be taking care of this garden that would look maybe similar to this. We have some statues that are probably made afterwards. Yes?
And the professor actually lived on the top of that school. I think that's his statue. Professor always had a mustache. Laboratory of Peru.
Grand
Laboratory The slaves made one of the principal nations. Oh, he's the principal. I wonder who those guys are. Dr. Joseph Franklin, great American teacher and social leader, president in the 1834.
Bust by Francis.